Hey, honey. I just wanted to let you know we're finished at the hospital for your mom's checkup. The doctor said the blood test results seem normal. She's a bit low on vitamin D, but we'll just try and fit in an extra walk when the weather is nice.
Okay, thanks.
We're on our way home now, so we'll have our lunch and then she's going to have a bath.
I guess she must be getting weaker and weaker these days, and more difficult to look after. She can't walk without her stick or someone to lean on, and she needs a catheter to help her pee. And she can't get in the bath by herself now either.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it, so we just have to try and get along the best we can. You shouldn't focus on the things she can't do, but be thankful for the things she can do. She still has so much life left to enjoy. Her brain still works just fine. We have a lot of fun together. She's really putting in a lot of hard work to make things easier for me, too.
Still, don't you think it would be easier if she went to live in a nursing home already? She can't even get around comfortably these days. She might feel better in a home.
It might be easier for you and me, but your mom is so perfectly aware of everything that's going on. She knows you're thinking about putting her in a nursing home, and she's sure she'd be happier at home. I think we should try our best to look after her at home while it's still manageable. Besides, I'm the one that's doing all of the work caring for her. You haven't done anything to help beyond putting in those handrails in the bathroom.
I have a full-time job, Victoria. There's no way I can spend all my time looking after my mom.
I didn't say you had to spend all your time doing it, but it might be nice if you contribute a little at weekends. She's letting us live in her house for free, after all. And you're her loving son. I'm sure there are things she would still like to be able to do with you. Maybe there are things she'd rather you took care of instead of me. She's only known me a few years. I wish you would spend some time with her and help her with things sometimes.
No way. I can't stand the idea of getting my mom undressed and putting her in the bath. I don't think that's an appropriate thing for a son to do. It would be really embarrassing for both of us.
I think you're too old to be embarrassed by the idea of your elderly mother being naked in front of you. And you should probably think about learning how to take care of her in case I get sick or I can't do it for some reason. If that happened, you would have to do everything by yourself. You don't want to be doing it for the first time in an emergency. You should learn how to do it while I'm able to show you.
If anything like that happened, I would just put her straight in a nursing home.
That would be pretty cruel considering I just told you she doesn't want to go and live in a home. What would you do if she refused to go?
Then she would have to try looking after herself for a while.
There are probably laws against neglecting people like that.
Even so, I have work, so there's no way I could deal with it in the long term.
I don't know how you can be so cold towards your own mom. She's the one who bathed you and wiped your butt when you were a baby. Don't you think you owe her? She looked after you all her adult life, basically. Oh, that reminds me. There is the day I need you to look after her. I'm going to be busy and I forgot to tell you.
What are you talking about? I just said there's no way.
My little brother and his wife are coming back to the US from London. They haven't been home in such a long time. I'm excited to see them. I'm going to drive up and see them while they're around. It's a weekend next month. I think I'll drive up to my parents' house on the Saturday and stay over, and then drive back on the Sunday.
That's impossible. You haven't given me enough notice. I can't arrange it unless you tell me in advance.
What other plans do you have then? Why isn't it enough notice? I'm giving you over a month to arrange it.
Whatever. I just don't see why I should have to give up my precious weekend time to take care of my mother when we decided together that would be your job. I'm not doing it, so you can find someone else or make other arrangements to see your brother.
Oh, come on, Jamie. It's not that difficult.
Nope. Hard pass. Sorry.
How can you say that? It's not like looking after your mom is some unattractive, unfortunate business you should avoid at all costs. Most of the time, it's fun to spend time with her. I do it every day. This is the first time I've asked you to take care of her in over 2 years. And I'm not planning on asking for this kind of favor again anytime soon.
I really don't care about that stuff. I definitely wouldn't find it fun, and I'm not going to do it. Why don't you advertise for a temporary carer? Then, whenever you have to go somewhere, you can just ask that person to look after mom for the day.
I can't ask someone to come once in a year. That's not steady employment for that person. Do you ever think of anyone other than yourself?
Can you just deal with it by yourself? I've said I don't want to do it, and that's final.
Fine, whatever. I've already told your mom about my brother coming and that I was going to ask you to keep her company for a day. So I'll see what she says.
You told her before you'd even asked me? Now she's going to know I refused.
She was there when my brother called me on FaceTime, so she heard him saying he was coming. We naturally just started talking about me going up to visit afterwards. Obviously, I spend more time with your mom than I do with you, so we talk about more stuff. I didn't have an opportunity to ask you about it before now, because you're never home for long. And when you are there, you just eat your dinner and go to bed, and then you wake up, shower, and leave. You barely speak to us. You definitely never seem to want to listen to me speak, so how am I going to talk to you about my plans?
I'm tired from work when I get home. That's why I don't feel like talking or listening to someone else talk. Who do you think is responsible for putting your food on the table? If I didn't work, you'd both be destitute.
I realize you're working hard to provide for us, and I'm very grateful for that. I also work hard at home, although I don't get paid for it. I actually don't think that you work that much harder than I do just because you do it behind a desk in an office instead of at home. That's why I think you can't just use work as an excuse to do nothing whenever you're at home.
You're just a housewife. I don't see what you've got to complain about.
I'm obviously not just a housewife. And even if I was, being a housewife is hard work too. It doesn't mean you sit around all day waiting for your husband to come home.
I'm not coming home tonight. I don't need dinner.
What? Why?
I don't want to see your face. When did you start to get so annoying? You never stop nagging me and telling me what to do. I've had just about enough of it. If you want me to come home, you need to sort out your attitude. I've had enough. I'll text you tomorrow or something. Laters.
Wait, Jamie, where are you going to stay tonight? Jamie, please respond. Hey, Jamie. Wasn't today the day you said you could get home a bit earlier? Will you be here soon?
Oh, sorry. I'm going to be a bit late. I'm stuck at work.
How quickly do you think you can be home? My cold isn't getting any better and I still have a fever. I took a bunch of different medicines, but nothing seems to be working. On your way home, could you pick up some food? I haven't been able to get out of bed to make dinner, and I'm sure your mom is super hungry. I'm fine, though. I don't think I could eat anything, unless it's just a little bit of soup.
I said I'm going to be late, didn't I? I think it'll be faster if you just order a pizza or something. Why didn't you do that an hour ago? You shouldn't be relying on me all the time to solve your problems.
I thought you said you'd be home by now, and I fell asleep for a little while. That's why I didn't order anything. Fine, I'll order in. I just thought we might be able to save some money if you picked up something from the store. It's okay. I'm just not thinking straight. I just need to sleep. Even if I order food, I'm not sure your mom can get to the door.
You're not dying, are you? I think you can get up and answer the door even if you have a slight fever. And you got what you deserved with that cold, didn't you?
What do you mean? Why would I deserve to get a cold?
Because you took off to see your brother last weekend and left us without anyone to look after Mom. That's what you get for being a lazy pain in the butt. What are you going to do if Mom gets your cold and ends up getting really sick? She's elderly and not in the best of health. If she gets a serious chest infection, she'll probably have to go to hospital, won't she? And it'll all be your fault. I bet you didn't think about that at all, did you?
I thought if you were going to come home from work on time, that would really limit the amount of time I would have to spend in contact with your mom.
That still doesn't change the fact that it's dangerous for you to be in the same house with her while you're sick. You're not even fit to be looking after her, are you?
I'm sorry that I'm sick. I don't think I picked this up while I was home, because no one was sick while I was there. I must have got it from somewhere else. If you're so worried about your mother, perhaps you should come straight home and make sure she's okay. I don't want to spend too much time with her and risk her getting sick. So she's been struggling to get her own water and change her own catheter back and stuff. She said she would try and take care of herself for this evening, but I'm worried about her, especially if she hasn't eaten.
It's all your fault for getting sick, though. Why do I always have to deal with your mess? You're absolutely useless. You can't go around blaming other people for your own mistakes and forcing them to deal with it.
Yeah, I know that. That's not what I'm trying to do here. It's not my fault I'm sick. If anything, I think I picked up this cold at the drugstore when I went to pick up some medicines for your mom. The cashier was coughing all over the place. But that's not the point. The point is that when I'm ill, you should try and have some sympathy and help us out a bit.
You should take care of your own business. We agreed that looking after Mom would be your job. Don't try and offload your responsibilities on me.
We agreed that I do most of the work, but I specifically remember you saying you'd help out whenever we needed you. Was that a lie?
You were still working part-time in those days, weren't you? If you were earning money, it might be fair to ask me to help you out. But you've given that job up now, and caring for Mom is literally the only thing you're required to do. So why can't you do it properly? Stop complaining about our job and just do it.
I only gave up my part-time job because your mom needed more help at home. If it was up to me, I'd still be working. But even if I was working, an employer wouldn't expect me to work with a fever, would they? You were the one who asked me to look after your mom in the first place. You said it would be better than getting a helper to live with her, because we'd save money and we could keep her comfortable at home. And I agreed because it's your mom and I'd hate to see her go and live in a care home. Why is it you've suddenly decided she should go into a home? Don't you care about how she feels? I'm not really that bothered how you treat me. I've got used to it. But I think you should be kinder to your mom and consider her feelings a bit more.
I'm not listening to all these complaints and excuses anymore. I don't want to get a cold, so I'll stay at a hotel or something. You'll have to take care of yourselves because it's not my problem. Victoria, I'm sorry if this seems sudden to you, but I've been thinking about it for a while. I want you out of my family home.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
I think we should get a divorce. There's someone else, a woman I'm really in love with. I want a divorce so I can be with her properly. We're going to get married.
I don't understand.
I don't see what's so hard to understand about it. I want a divorce because there's someone else I'm in love with and I want to marry her instead. I can't make it any clearer.
Do you know what you're saying? You're married to me, but you're in love with someone else. So, you're saying you've been cheating on me? For how long?
No, I didn't say I was cheating. I just said I'm in love. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm not planning on going out with this woman or doing anything until we've got a divorce, okay? So don't get any weird ideas.
You're unbelievable. You've planned all this, haven't you? You've planned everything you're going to say.
Not at all. We've just fallen in love and I want to be free of this marriage. You can't tell me you want us to stay married. We're miserable together, aren't we?
Do you think that because you claim you haven't technically cheated on me, you're going to get away without triggering our prenup? You know we both signed an agreement that says if one of us is caught cheating, the other is entitled to a big payout. No, I don't want to stay married to you, obviously. Even if you aren't cheating, I don't want to stay married to someone who says they're in love with someone else.
Yeah, I remember the infidelity clause. But you won't be able to prove that I've been cheating because I haven't. I don't think you can say it's cheating just because we've had dinner together a couple of times and gone out with our co-workers for drinks or something.
Well, I didn't have any particular expectations for you since you started acting like such an idiot about your mom. But I didn't realize you were this awful. You're really the worst. Do you know that?
I'm the worst? What do you mean by that? I'm just asking for a divorce because being married obviously isn't working for us. I'm doing us both a favor.
No, you're being totally selfish.
Who are you calling selfish? I paid for your food and let you live in my home for all these years and all you had to do was look after my mom a little bit. And now you're all fat, ugly, and worn out. It's not my fault that I'm tired of you, is it? For the past few years, you've started to look and sound like an old lady. It's not particularly attractive. I'm thankful to you that you make my life easier by cooking and cleaning and stuff, but that's about it. It's like I have to live with my mom's nurse and cleaning lady and listen to you nag me all the time about doing more chores.
I'm done listening to this. You've made it perfectly clear that you don't care about me or even think about me at all. I'm fine with getting a divorce. I have no regrets.
Wow, that was easy. I was expecting you to put up more of a fight.
Why should I? It's like you said. We aren't happy together anymore. You've been treating me like absolute garbage for the last 2 years or so. I'll be happy when it's over.
I just thought you'd be really sad to get divorced now that you're middle-aged and you don't really have a chance of getting married again.
Who says I don't?
Oh, come on, Victoria. You've put on weight. You're not working. You're not exactly an attractive prospect.
Whatever. I'm not going to cry about you, so you can stop trying to provoke me.
Oh, maybe you're not sad because you think you finally got out of having to look after my old decrepit mother. You're finally sick of wiping her butt every day, aren't you?
Don't make me out to be the same as you. I'm not such a horrible person.
It doesn't matter. I don't care what you think as long as you agree to get a divorce. Just get your stuff together and be ready to leave. We'll figure out the details of the divorce another time. Haven't you got your stuff together yet? I told you to get ready to go a week ago. What are you doing? You know you need to be out of there by next week because we're all moving.
It's mostly all sorted. There's no need for you to worry.
What are you talking about? I went there this morning and all of your stuff was just exactly how it always is. You haven't even got any boxes.
Are you sure you haven't made a mistake? Were you even in the right house?
How could I make a mistake? I know what my childhood home looks like, and I recognize your things. You can't just stall until the last minute and expect me to just let you stay. We're all moving out and putting that house on the market. As soon as our divorce comes through, I'm moving in with my new wife. We need to get everything sorted as quickly as we can so that I can get remarried.
I don't understand why I have to move out. Can't you just get a new place and I'll keep living here? You're very demanding for someone who left their wife at home looking after their elderly mother, just so they could go out cheating and spending money. Is that why you can't get a new place? Because you can't afford one unless this house is sold? You're the worst person I think I've ever had the misfortune to meet.
I've already said I'm glad you looked after my mom for so long and I didn't have to do anything. I'm throwing her in a care home now so that I can live in peace. But thanks for all your hard work. And if I can also get rid of you with all your nagging and complaining, I'll finally be happy. I hope you're not too upset about being thrown out. Maybe you'll find happiness in the next life.
Wait a second, Jamie. You're the one being thrown out. Didn't I tell you? I'll pack up your things and leave them in the porch. I hope you're not still in the house. If you are, I'll have to ask you to leave. Your mom and I will be home soon. Oh, and the locksmith is coming tomorrow, so you might as well leave your key, too.
I don't get it. What are you talking about now?
You're the one who has to leave, Jamie. It's that simple.
That's my childhood home. You can't throw me out of it.
Actually, legally speaking, it was your mother's home to do whatever she wanted.
What do you mean, was?
Technically, now it's my house. So if you're in it without my permission, you're trespassing. That's why you should probably leave.
I don't understand. My mom gave you our house?
Pretty much, yeah. She signed the ownership of the house over to me today. She wanted to help protect me from you.
That's impossible. I'll contest it. She's old and she's probably going senile. She can't just give you that house. It's supposed to be mine so I can sell it.
She's not old. My lawyer thought you might argue that, so we had a cognitive assessment done by a doctor to certify that she's capable of making important decisions. She's totally fine and within her rights to give the ownership of the house to whoever she wants to. This way we can guarantee that she can still live here. So it's in her interest, too.
That's ridiculous. There's no way that'll stand up in court. I'll sue you for stealing my inheritance. We're not even divorced yet. I can take that house from you. I'll make sure I get it in the divorce. I'm going to call my lawyer right now and tell him what you've done.
This was all your mom's idea, so there's no way you can prove I stole anything. When I told her you'd asked for a divorce, she said we should put our heads together and figure out a way to stop you from ruining both of our lives. So here we are. She did a lot to help me out, actually.
This was my mom's idea. I don't get it. Why would my mom be on your side?
You must be really stupid to even ask that question. It should be obvious. You might be related to her, but you've treated both of us like garbage for such a long time, she's pretty much done with you. You haven't helped to take care of her, and you haven't even spent that much time with her in the last couple of years. Plus, you've been cheating on me for almost as long. It was actually your mom that first noticed that you were cheating, and she suggested hiring a private detective so we could gather some proof. She told me several months ago that she thought something was up.
Does that mean you knew about my girlfriend before I told you?
Yep. And you started saying that you weren't technically cheating since you guys only went out for dinner a few times. But I knew you were lying the whole time. We've definitely got enough proof to trigger the infidelity clause. Did you think I already signed the divorce papers? I haven't done it yet. I think I'll see you in court. I'm going to make sure you pay me everything you owe.
You can't be serious. If you knew I was cheating, why didn't you say so straight away?
Well, I knew you didn't love me anymore. That was pretty clear. But I wasn't sure what would happen to your mom if we got a divorce straight away. I needed to be sure I could protect her from you, because I thought if I left, you'd probably abandon her in a nursing home or something. So I hung on until we could figure out a plan, even though I really didn't want to stay married to you. But your mom was also pretty adamant she didn't want to be around you anymore. So we thought of this plan to make sure you had to leave, but we could stay. I'm glad the plan seems to be working so far.
So, let me get this straight. You now own my mom's house and you are both going to live there together? And if you can prove I've been cheating, you'll be able to make me pay $50,000 or whatever it was.
I think it's $50,000 or 1 year's earnings, whichever is greater.
Right, I remember now.
You've still got your copy of the agreement, right? You'd better take a look at it so you're prepared for everything that's going to go down when my lawyer calls. And I might see if you owe me alimony, since you earn so much more than me and you've been pressuring me to stay at home and look after your mom. And if that goes well, I might even consider suing your girlfriend for home breaking.
What about my girlfriend? Did you find out who it is? You haven't been to see her, have you? If you haven't done anything, please don't. I'm begging you, Victoria. If you ever loved me, please don't ruin my life with her.
Oh, sorry. I already went round to her house. I thought it was someone from your work, so I was surprised to find it's an intern and she still lives at home. She's just 21 years old, Jamie. You should be ashamed of yourself. Her parents didn't know she was in a relationship, so when they found out she was seeing a married man who's almost twice her age, they were understandably upset. I was thinking of ways to get some revenge on her, too, but I think she might be getting punished enough by her parents. And if she's so young, I guess she's not as responsible for her actions as you are.
When did you go to see them?
What does that matter? Are you trying to calculate how quickly her dad might be able to find you and beat you to a pulp? Don't think about running away, because you'll be found. Anyway, you won't be seeing any more of her. Her father said he'd contact your office. She's going to quit the internship. If your boss is mad, you might even be fired. It doesn't look good to have someone in the office who preys on the young interns.
This is too much. I can't believe it. Don't you think you've gone too far, Victoria?
No, actually. I think I've done exactly the right thing. I'm glad I could save that girl from a future of being either ignored or criticized by you. You're the one who went too far. You thought you could get away with cheating and neglecting your mom and me. Everyone thinks you're the one who messed up, Jamie. You created all these problems for yourselves.
This is not good, Victoria. If I lose my job, how am I going to be able to pay all of that money for the prenup and the alimony and whatever? You don't want me to be broke, right? If I'm broke, I won't be able to pay you. You can fix this if you just tell my girlfriend's parents that it was all a lie you made up. It'll be fine for you. You'll never have to see me again, and eventually no one will remember. And my boss will know it was a lie, and I can keep my job, and she can keep her internship, and everything will be much better. Don't you see? I don't think her parents will ever let us get married after this. She's such a good girl, and her parents are so traditional.
You mean they're so rich, and they're not about to throw their money away on an adulterer? And I doubt your girlfriend is really such a good girl if she was with you while she knew you were married.
I don't know anything about their money. I just know that I'm in love with their daughter and I don't want to throw that away.
That's nonsense. You're talking garbage now. There's no way you would do something out of love. You only do things that benefit you in some way. If you were really in love and you weren't interested in her family's money, you would have waited and done everything properly to make sure she didn't get hurt.
Look, Victoria, I'm really sorry. I know I've done a terrible thing. I'm sorry I made you take care of my mom all by yourself and never helped you when you needed it. I'll apologize for everything that's happened in the past. Can you please at least tell my boss that I wasn't really cheating or dating that girl? I can't afford to lose my job and my home in 1 week. I'll pay whatever you want. As long as I'm working, you can take a percentage of my salary or something.
I'll be getting enough money from you, I expect. And I own a house now, so I'm not going to be so hard-pressed. I don't think offering me more money is going to give me any motivation to try and save you from this awful mess you've made.
What are you going to do in the future then? What about when I finish paying you and the money starts to dry up? What are you going to do then? You've just been a carer and a housewife for almost 4 years. You won't be able to get a job after that. And you definitely won't be able to get a job if you're still planning on looking after my mom by yourself. It would be better if I gave you more money, wouldn't it?
It's fine. I don't have any worries about money. It's true that I didn't expect to be getting divorced so soon, so I didn't exactly have a lot of time to save money. But your mom and I have made plans for the future. I think we'll be all right.
What plans for the future? I don't get it.
I've been studying for my professional carer qualifications, and soon I'm going to be working part-time to get my on-the-job training finished. So while I'm doing that, we'll pay someone to come and look after your mom during the day. While I was caring for your mom, I realized I actually really like doing it as a job, so I can thank you for showing me that. I never had a profession before, so I'm actually quite pleased with myself.
You're welcome, I guess.
Plus, I don't think you have any money left in your savings account, do you? I'm not expecting you to be able to pay me everything you owe straight away. You'll have to pay by installments when you get a new job.
You don't know that. I still have the money I saved up when I was single.
I don't think you do. You're forgetting I know all your passwords and login details for your online banking. Don't worry, I haven't stolen your money. I just checked it a few weeks ago and noticed you've been spending a lot. Did you buy your girlfriend a lot of nice presents? You should get online and check your balance. I don't think there's much left.
That's an invasion of privacy or something.
It's not really. It might be a long time ago, but you did tell me the login details and said I could check on it when I had the time. That was back when we trusted each other, but I don't think you can accuse me of seeing something I didn't have permission to see.
What? How much is left?
Are you serious? You really don't know how much money is in your savings account? You're such an idiot. I mean, I knew you were stupid, but I didn't realize it was this bad.
Victoria, please. Can you have pity on me just this once? I know I did wrong, but I don't think I deserve this. Can't you forgive me?
Should I forgive you for all the pain and trouble you've put me through? You can't fix this by apologizing, Jamie. Wait, are you making fun of me? This is a joke, isn't it?
No, really. I think if you could just forgive me this once and we can talk about it and figure some things out, we can still have a good life. I'm really sorry for everything I've done.
If you were really sorry for all of this, you'd go away and leave me alone. You're making it worse by continuing to whine about it. If I was in your position, I don't think I could say anything.
I'm sorry.
It's over, Jamie. It doesn't matter how many times you apologize, it won't change anything. You should start looking for somewhere else to live, because you won't be allowed back in our house.
Please, Victoria, help me. Please don't ruin my chances of happiness like this. If you ever loved me, you'd have pity on me.
Maybe I never did. I don't know. Anyway, I don't feel pity for you. I still just feel angry. You would have abandoned me and your mother without a second thought, wouldn't you? You specifically told me not to come running to you when I was in trouble and that you wouldn't help clean up my mess. You said you can't go around blaming other people for your own mistakes and forcing them to deal with it. Maybe you should take your own advice for once and deal with your own mistakes. When we got home, Jamie was still at our house and he refused to leave, saying he wasn't going anywhere until I agreed to forgive him. Eventually, I had to call some friends and get them to come over and convince him to leave. After that, we had the locks changed straight away, so if he comes back, he won't be able to get inside. I packed up all of his stuff and left it in the garage for him to collect another day, but he still hasn't come by for it, so I guess he hasn't found anywhere to live yet. According to our mutual friends, his girlfriend's parents are still totally against their relationship and won't let their daughter see Jamie at all. Apparently, they've told her that if she marries him, she'll be disinherited. I expect she'll lose interest in him pretty soon, especially because he's unemployed now and still owes me a lot of money. I think Jamie is looking for new jobs in a nearby city, but it's not going so well because he can't get a work reference from his old boss. Our divorce still hasn't been finalized, but all the terms have been agreed on, so we should hear any day now. With all the money that he owes me, I expect he'll be paying off his debts for years. He wrote a letter to me and his mom once a couple of weeks ago saying how sorry he was and how much he regretted what happened. I wasn't affected at all. I'm still so mad at him, and I don't think I'll ever forget how he treated me. His mom, on the other hand, is a big softie, and I expect eventually she'll forgive him and forget how badly he acted towards her. But things are different for moms, so I won't blame her if she wants to start seeing her son again. He won't be allowed in the house, though. If he wants to see her, he'll have to take her out for coffee or something. Jamie's mom and I are getting on just fine by ourselves. We have the helper in 3 times a week while I go to do my vocational training at the local care home. Now that it's just the 2 of us, it's so much easier for us to take care of ourselves and we have more fun. And maybe it's because I'm just feeling more positive about stuff in general, but the house does seem brighter and more relaxed than when Jamie lived with us. Jamie's mom still needs help to get around and do some of her daily tasks, but she's still got her brains and we have a lot of lively discussions and exciting board games. I'm just glad I can spend more time with her. She supported me through one of the hardest times in my life, and I owe her so much. I'm sure we'll keep on supporting each other and making awesome memories.